I'm back with my big cup of water. How are you today? Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. I actually have the days of the week right at this point in the week. Earlier this week, I was so messed up. Olivia was listening to me with one of the lives I was doing, and she's like, Mom, it's not the right day. You're saying the wrong day. It's fine, whatever. Whatever. Time's just an illusion anyway, so who cares, right? If I got the day wrong, it's fine. So today we're going to talk about unwavering faith and why it's so necessary to have. First, I'm going to wait to see who pops on. When you pop on, tell me where you are in the world and drop me your favorite emoji. Or you can drop me your favorite GIF. I call them GIF. I don't care what it's called. I call it a GIF. To me, it looks like GIF. I could be wrong and I don't care. One of those, though, I would love for you to do that. That would be so amazing. And then we're going to talk about unwavering faith. No, unwavering focus. Unwavering faith is important too. Hey, Brenna, good to see you. Okay. So I'm just going to get going because I do have a client session coming up, and obviously we'll be late for that. I do remember the days of the week for the host. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Okay, so social media is not the highlight reel. Like when we look at social media accounts and we see all the happy photos and the vacations and the joy that's being spread, it's not that that's the highlight reel. It's that those people know how to focus. They're being very deliberate with curating what their energy is that they're putting out to the world. And that is fucking brilliant. I don't want to, I don't want to hear or even really interact with people who feel like this whole fake it till you make it thing is wrong, because it's not so much about faking it. It's about, because fake implies that it's not part of who you are already just because you aren't experiencing it at the moment. And that's a bunch of bullshit. If it's on your heart, it's part of who you are. Just because your five senses can't pick it up right now doesn't mean that that's not part of your world or part of what you deserve to experience. So the people who show all of what people who aren't living lives they want to be living call the highlight reel, they're brilliant. They know what they're doing. They know to put out into the world what it is that they enjoy experiencing, and that's where they keep their focus. And that's where the focus is of their entire energy, of their entire experience and field. They know what they're doing. So when we're talking about focus, like, here's the deal. So you know how, like, when you're on Pinterest and you pin some stuff and then all of a sudden your feed is like filled with similar pins. That's, hey, Davida, how are you? That's what focus is about. Whatever you start focusing on, you are going to get more of. Period. That's it. So if you think of it like Pinterest and you start like being very deliberate about what you're like, you don't, like, sometimes we go into Pinterest and we're like, man, but when you go into Pinterest and you're really looking for something, like, I've decided I want to remodel my master bath, although I've been told that that may not be the best use of my money, but I'm probably going to do it anyway because I really want to. Anyway, so I went on there deliberately to look up photos of, because I want a tile in the shower, and I have all these amazing ideas. So I was very deliberate about what I was looking for. And once I started being very deliberate about it, all of a sudden my feed was flooded with all these amazing ideas for how to remodel my master bathroom. That's how it works. So your job, no matter what it is that you are currently perceiving with your senses, is to keep your focus on what you would prefer to see. Now that may mean for a little bit, you got to pretend. That's like the fake it till you make it thing. And it works. It works. I don't care. The people who say it doesn't just aren't doing it right. That's it. Or they're not being consistent enough. It absolutely works because I've done it hundreds of times. So it's not so much about what you notice. It's about what you're choosing to deliberately focus upon. So here's the difference, right? So for a while, I decided I wanted new furniture. And every time I'd walk into my house, like, I bought my new pretty house, but I wasn't quite ready to buy the furniture yet. Like, I could have done it, but it just wasn't the right time. And every time I walk into my house, I would see the old furniture, but instead of seeing the old furniture and being like, oh, you know, I noticed it, but I focused on in my mind what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted the new furniture to look like in the space. And it's perfect. What ended up, I'm not gonna flip the screen around. I mean, it's probably not everybody's cup of tea, but it's what I wanted. So just because something is in your awareness and you're noticing it doesn't mean that you have to focus on it. You get to choose whether to focus on what's in your current present reality. And if it's something you want, keep focusing on it. That's perfect. But if it's not, you have to make the decision and be deliberate and consistent about focusing elsewhere, which is in your imagination, in your mind, right? It's just so key. It's so important for you to grab a hold of life and say, hey, Jen, how are you? And decide that unless it's a fuck yes, unless it's like the social media highlight reel, Marcus, hey, I didn't even see the thing. I'm glad you commented. Unless it's the social media highlight reel images in your mind, just don't give it your attention. It's a practice. It is 100% a practice. And that's one of the reasons why I created this course, Unfuckwithable, because you have to learn the techniques and the tools that work for you. That's why I want to keep it to about 7 women total, because I want to keep it small enough that it can be individual and unique, you know, without the need for like the 3-month coaching package. I want to provide this opportunity here, this container for people to be able to embody the badass confidence and the fully centered faith, and most importantly, well, they're all equally important, but this unwavering focus. So if you can do that consistently, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not like you're not going to notice the crappy furniture that you don't want anymore. You'll notice it, but you don't have to focus on it. There's a big difference. It's all about where you choose to invest your energy. So the next time you're scrolling Facebook and you see a post that kind of triggers you a little bit and you're like, nah, she's just bragging, or, you know, that's not her real life. I'm sure shit's going. You know what? No. Those people are brilliant, and I highly suggest you start doing that too. Quit your bitching on Facebook. Stop the complaining. Stop posting stuff that, you know, pulls your focus into something you don't want to experience anymore. Don't do that. You're doing yourself the worst disservice possible. So I hope that that's helpful for you. I know it's helpful. If you just follow those tips, you'll see a big improvement. Remember, be consistent. Unfuckwithable launches in, where are we? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 more days. 5 more days. You don't have to get in right away. Like, it's, you know, I mean, I would like for you to be there at the beginning, but it's not necessary that you're there for the live video. That's okay. If you have to catch the replay, I will address your questions just like I would address them on the live video. So no, don't worry about that. And, you know, if you feel like you want to join, but you can't be there for the lives, like because of, you know, a work schedule or kids or whatever, don't let that be a barrier, because like I said, I will answer every question. I will address it. No problem. You will be just as engaged. You'll get just as much out of it. Okay. Perhaps even more, because there could be some comments on the live that you're able to see as you're going, and it'll be fine. It'll be amazing. So there's a link for you. Actually, I'm going to post it again here. Make sure that that's, no, I can't. Okay, I hope that's right. There we go. So any questions, please let me know. I'm super, super excited for this course. This is like, I've never addressed this many topics and covered all 3, like the trifecta of power. It's 100% the trifecta of power. So we're gonna cover money, we're gonna cover relationships, career and business, fitness, spirituality, and pleasure. We're going to cover all of those things. And if they're, you know, I'm open to doing bonus modules too. So if you have an idea of what else you'd like me to cover, I am super happy to do it. Like with relationships, I thought about putting a parenting module in, but I'm going to cover part of that in parenting, which is still relevant for people who aren't parents, because it's really about just relationship in general. But yeah, so there are payment plans available. It's really a pretty super low cost offer. It's only $97. There's a payment plan where you can pay 2 months for $50 each month. Super easy to slide right in. I look forward to having you with me in this. I already have 1 person enrolled, so I got 6 more spots. So do hop in if you're looking to join.